Okay, you know about like cloth pads and cloth menstrual cloth cloth underwear, menstrual underwear. Well, here, let me show you something real quick. I have an idea on how to make them better. Like how to make them for heavy cycles. So bear with me. I know this is an awkward position, but yeah, the black and the gray, that's the padding of the underwear. That is the padding of the underwear, or whatever kind of padding you put in the menstrual boxes. Like this is like menstrual briefs. So if you think about it, if you make the padding like this inside the menstrual briefs or something like this, think about the benefits. You can even have heavy periods. You can even have heavy periods on this. And you won't have to worry about leaking in the thing. Okay? I'm wearing menstrual boxers right now. Like menstrual briefs right now. And was like, they're okay. It did its job, but it's not enough. Okay? But here's how to make menstrual briefs even better. This is the booty. This is the padding. My butt crack is right over here. And the padding ends somewhere right over here. But what will make the menstrual briefs even better is that if the padding goes all the way up to the crack, because a lot of times I be laying on my back. I lay on my sides, but I always wake up on my back to the point where the blood starts showing up over here, especially when I'm too lazy to get out of bed, and then I just be letting it all out on the messiest day, the second day. But yeah. Um so yeah, we need period briefs that has pads that go right like beyond the crack, like right on the top to our waist, and then just down there. And then you have the padding right over here. Because I know like some briefs is like if you have your heaviest period, if you have the heaviest period, like the blood is gonna go out to the sides, like the sides of this part. If you can see where I'm lining up the sides of this part to the point where the blood starts going to the side like this and like this, like that, and then it just makes a mess and you're like, nasty. So yeah. And we need period briefs where the pad goes right up over here to the waist. Like right over here to the waist. Because here's the thing. My vagina goes right over here. And the pad it ends right over here. The padding ends right over here. My briefs needs to go right over here and end at the waist. It needs to end at the waist. And the padding goes to the side of my inner thighs. So it's like whenever I sit, even especially with a skirt, you won't see any blood coming down. You won't see any leaks. Not only that, we need some We need some period briefs and period panties like these with more designs, not just plain and ugly. We need them pretty. We need some pretty period underwear, striped period underwears, black and blue. Like, okay. We need some anime striped period underwear. Seriously, we need that shit. Okay, we need gothic period underwear, gothic period underwear, unicorn period underwear, gothic unicorn period underwear. We need that shit. Pastel goth. We need period underwear of all types, including the alternatives, including the alternative types. Okay, we need to have some fun with these period underwear. Seriously. So yeah, this is my little request on how to properly make period underwear. Not only that, pads, period pads. Here's the thing. This is my shitty drawing of it. Here's the thing. I like my period pads, but here's the problem. When you use them, it does its job, but it always bleeds on the sides. Add some absorbent padding to the sides, to the wings, along with the front and the back. Okay, so that way we don't have to worry about like bleeding too much, when we use those things. Like, we need absorbent pads. We need like absorbent pads. Like, well, they are absorbent, but we need some absorbent cloth pads with absorbent wings. Like, with some absorbent wings. So you don't have to worry about bleeding, at least not too much on there. So yeah, we need these pads. So yeah. Okay. And period underwear, you got it. Like, period underwear. We need period underwear where it's like period panties. Period panties where it's like you know the drill. Like, you know, period panties as like all up the crack, just like with the boxers. Same with it to the vagina, like same with it to the vagina, like up. So whenever you're one of these people who sleep or lay on your front, the blood won't come out like this. It won't come out like this. Okay, we need that. So yeah, this is perfect. We need these type of period underwears and pads. These cloth pads. And we need to make them better. So yeah. Bye.